Well, my goodness. My goodness. I was ready to go lay down. I think I only had one video out, like, not feeling good, whatever. And then I saw this article from Dan Bongino, former Secret Service agent turned, like, talk radio show host of his own little spot there. FISA court admits the Carter Page warrants were not valid. Oh my, God. The top judge from the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court has ruled that at least two, so far two, of the FISA applications, which I believe there's a total of 4, used to spy on former Trump campaign advisor Carter Page were not valid. In an order dated January the 7th, 2020, and declassified and released today, which is the 23rd, so 2.5 weeks later or so, FISA court judge James Bossberg wrote, DOJ assesses that with respect to the applications in docket numbers 17-375 and 17-679, which are 2 of Page's warrants, if not earlier, there was insufficient predication to establish probable cause to believe that Carter Page was acting as an agent of a foreign power. The court understands the government to have concluded, in view of the material misstatements and omissions, that the court's authorizations in dockets 17, whatever those other 2, were not valid. God, I think I'm going to have to forward this to that super liberal I work with. Hey, what do you think about this? This is a judge ruling. FISA court judge ruling, yeah, there was no probable cause. The warrant should have never been issued. Bossberg, the judge, it's worth noting, he's the FISA judge who chose Obama administration official and Republican critic David Criss to oversee the FBI surveillance reforms. So even this judge realized, you guys didn't even kind of have probable cause. You kidding me? According to the Federalist, the ruling notes that the Department of Justice had not concluded its position on the other 2 FISA applications against Page. However, the agency is currently collecting information to assess those 2's validity. Could you imagine, out of 4 of these, 2 of them, half of them, gone. That's already a fact. And then what if we find the other 2 were also gone? So that would mean all 4 are null and void. You got to remember something. I've told you this before about this. The reason they couldn't go after President Trump was a little too obvious. He's a president-elect. Not only that, once he became the president, they were still trying to spy on him. Another warrant. We need another warrant. We need another renewal, another renewal, another renewal while he was president. Renewal of the Carter Page warrants. Why does that matter? Because when they get the warrant for one guy, there's a 2-hop system in place. If Carter Page talks to person 1, we can tap that person's lines too. If person 1 talks to other people, which they do, we can tap those other people's. So not only do you get Carter Page, you get anybody in his immediate circle, which would of course include Trump. And then Trump, if he talks to anybody else, you get those guys too. So that would mean General Flynn, all these people we've heard about, especially General Flynn. If these warrants were invalid, then that means everything else that happened after that is invalid. You would have never got the thing with Flynn. Probably not even, what's his name? It was on Alex Jones. What's his name? White-haired guy. Cannot think of his name. not a government guy. I just can't think his name right now. Remember, the FBI raided his house like a SWAT team? Well, because he lied to the FBI in a certain statement, Right. He said it was 6 months. He thought he recollected, but it was actually 9 months. So he lied to us. I just had his name and it just went away. But all that becomes null and void. It's like when you arrest somebody for something, whatever, minor even, and you start patting them down. Now you have probable cause to pat them down. You've arrested them for another crime. Oh, they've got drugs, they've got this, they've got that. If it was found out that the initial charge is dropped or we don't have enough evidence, whatever, then the drug charges go away too. They're not giving you your drugs back, but the charges go away. So that means you're clean, got clean as a whistle again. No charges at all. So, if this happened, and Carter Page, the spying was illegal, then that means everybody else they spied on was also illegal. Because again, it's two hops, whatever. The whole thing is illegal. But any charges that came from that, what happens to those? They should be null and void, huh? Because they were all based off of the first fraud. So this is unbelievable. This is amazing. This is massive. The FISA court is saying, not the left, oh, it's a damn right Republicans, oh, it's another Fox News. No. The effing FISA court top guy right now. Remember the other lady, she's stepping down. Oh, what was her name? I can't think of her name. I'm stepping down early. I'm going to leave a few months early. You're damn right you are, because you were part of that fraud. She rubber stamped those. Yep, anything you guys want, FBI, bring it in front of me, I'll stamp it. And she stepped down early. Why? You only had 2 or 3 months left. Why are you stepping down now? Q said, pay attention. Boom, she's gone. So now this guy's the new top guy. Who also, again, put this Mr. Chris guy, you know, super duper Trump hater. He's getting charged with the FBI FISA reforms that we're going to listen to him and recommend some stuff. Right. When this guy comes out and tells you, yeah, those 2 warrants were fraud, basically fraudulent, there was not even kind of probable cause. You have to ask, well, why didn't the other presiding judge, the top judge, that lady who left early, why didn't she say this? Does she have some information that this guy doesn't have? Or does he have something she didn't have? No, of course not. That's why they're all being exposed, because they were all in on this, man. When you see how many people, human beings, were in on this, it will blow your mind. You won't think that that many people could exist and all collude together. Which is why when people ask me about 9/11, you know how many people would have to have known about that to be a part of the... Yeah. Look around you with the swamp right now. It's exactly what we have. Anyways. Wowzers.